Hello, everyone. This is Bill Apter down here in Apter's Alley, and it is June 30th, 2024, and a very special occasion. On June 30th, many years ago, Terry Funk was born. We all know we lost him last year, and Terry Funk made such a huge impression on everyone in the wrestling world. But as hardcore as he was, Terry Funk, that other side of him, was such a sweet guy. He'd probably hate me for saying that, but he was. He was a family man, loved his daughters and his wife so very much. He was a good friend to me. I've known him since 1971 when I first interviewed him. Actually, it was 1972 when I first interviewed him in Florida. We spent years on the road, some ruckus stories when he and Dory Funk Jr., his brother, took me to Japan several times. And he used to, anytime I'd ask him to pose, he'd go, "You know something, After you're being a pain in my butt, all right, but I'll stand for you." He appreciated our friendship. And he never took advantage of me because he knew I could put him in the magazines. Whether I did it or not wasn't important. It was the friendship, inviting me to the rodeos when his daughters were younger, inviting me to an anniversary dinner with he and his lovely wife, Vicky, and so many other great things. So I want to wish a happy birthday in heaven. Yeah, even though he was hardcore, he's there. And to Terry Funk. Here is 1972 interview that I did with Terry Funk.
Terry.
Just fine, Bill.
Tell you what we want to speak to you about. We just got reports from the coast that you and your brother Dory had lost the International Tag Team Championship, the Japanese version, to Big Baba and Sakaguchi. And the fans out in California said they have never seen a dirtier team than Terry and Dory Funk Jr. What's your reaction to this?
Well, I would like to say this, first of all, is I don't feel like we lost him in the middle of the ring. I felt like that there was a very disputed decision, and I felt like the referees out there were definitely in favor of Sakaguchi and Baba.
Because they wrestle there more often than you and Dory Jr.?
Yes, they do, and I would also like to say that there's probably a coalition across the country that would like to see Dory Funk Jr. lose the World's Heavyweight Championship belt.
But Dory did lose one fall on that, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He lost a third fall, but it was a very disputed decision.
Well, that was with an abdominal stretch, if I'm correct.
No, it was not an abdominal stretch. It was where Dory Funk Jr. had one of his legs out the bottom rope, and a referee didn't see it, and then Sakaguchi brought it back in, and after the pinfall was made. But Dory Jr. relaxed. The referee went 1-2. Out went Jr.'s foot. The referee didn't see it. Jr. just relaxed because he felt like the referee would see it, and then Sakaguchi pulled it back in through the...
Okay, Terry, what's your opinion now of a guy who you've wrestled many times, and we've got many pictures on him, Moose Morowski? This guy is one hell of a bruiser, huh?
Very strong wrestler. He's about 290 pounds and about 6'4", and he just comes straight at you. He tries to run over you. He's this type of wrestler. I wouldn't say that he's the smartest person in the world. In fact, I think that he's lacking a lot whenever it comes to just knowledge is what I'm talking about. It's just I doubt if this fella is really could wrestle scientific. I don't think he can even wrestle scientific, but he's just strong, he's powerful, he's got one thing on his mind, and that's to win matches, and as you know, you make more money if you win than if you lose, and this is what this fella has on his mind, is winning those matches. I don't approve of the way he wrestles. I think that I defeated the man. I did a pretty good job of defeating him, too.
Okay, now Terry, what's your opinion? Your brother, Dory Jr., has wrestled Brisco, Jack Brisco, many times, and Paul Jones just recently scored a big upset in a controversial decision by taking Brisco's Florida State Championship. Do you think the match that Dory had with Jack about a week before was the cause of this?
Oh, I think it definitely had something to do about it. First of all, I'd like to say one thing. You asked me what I thought of Jack Brisco. Well, there's always been a lot of dissension between Oklahoma and Texas. And for example, I can name you great athletes that come out of Texas, like out of Dallas itself. Here comes Dizzy Dean, a fantastic baseball player. Doak Walker.
Your father.
Well, I was going to get to that.
Right.
The greatest politicians in the world, LBJ, comes from Texas. And the greatest wrestling family to ever come into professional wrestling, the Funk family, is from Texas, the Panhandle. We also raise the greatest quarter horses in the world. Now, what can you tell me about Oklahoma? What have they got up there that is so fantastic?
Well, Terry, we're talking about wrestlers, not the particular states or
Wait a second, let me ask you something now. Who can you name me as far as an athlete? Name me one athlete out of Oklahoma, other than the Briscoes.
Other than the Briscoes?
Other than the Briscoes.
Well, there was...
You're lost for
No. Chief J. Strongbow
I
is...
think, yes, that's right. I think that there's some, I'm not running them down altogether, but I think that just Texas is just outclasses them in all sports and all things. And I think whenever Jack Brisco went to Florida, I think he found a second home. And I think the people down there are very, very biased people. I know that I've wrestled down there before. I have not done anything wrong in a match, but yet they are decisively for Brisco. You tell me why.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, Brisco, as you said, is cheered, and so is Jerry. And they say that when you and Dory Jr. and even Pop get in against the Briscoes, it's just a free-for-all.
That's
you
not
guys
so. The reason it's a free-for-all is very simple why it's a free-for-all to me, because Briscoes realize that they can't beat us with scientific wrestling, and they resort to this kind of thing.
No, the fans have said you have, Terry.
Well, they've got that just exactly backwards.
They need glasses.
They certainly do. They need something.
Okay, Terry, I want to thank you, and we'll be looking forward to you, Dory Jr., and your father continuing on your climb upward. Dory Jr., I guess, can't go any
I don't think
further, can he?
I can't go any further. I would never. I think I'm reaching the top right now.
How do you get a shot at the title, though, Terry?
I have to look at something else. I'm kind of the forgotten man in wrestling, because I could never wrestle Dory Funk Jr. for the World's Heavyweight Championship.
Would you wrestle Gagne or Morales if the opportunity came up for another version of the title?
Oh, anytime they'll put that belt up against me, I'll wrestle him.
Okay, good enough. Can we write an open letter in the magazine with your permission that Terry Funk would be glad to wrestle them if they'll put the belt up?
Anytime.
Okay, Bill Apter with Terry Funk.